What's going on to you, Scorpio? So look, you have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands, and then you Scorpios have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a sense of okay, that's interesting. So there's a sense of you Scorpios taking matters into your own hands, taking destiny, controlling your own destiny. I've talked about this a couple of times, right? The Wheel of Fortune. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is very significant because it speaks to a person controlling their own destiny, or there's a need to control their own destiny. Because I'm seeing how some of you Scorpios even feel like there's an outside force trying to control your destiny for you. And that's only true if you let it. Obviously, you control your own. Ace of Wands, then you have Four of Wands. That's Five of Wands. So that it speaks to the difficulties and the differences that you Scorpios have between yourself perpetually and other people, right? Where it's like you just don't see eye to eye with them because they like the narratives, and you Scorpios are about learning how to get outside of the narratives. So so the Emperor and the High Priestess now represents, because of this, you Scorpios are starting to wake up and understand that a lot of people are not really on your level. And the High Priestess, however, represents, don't write everybody off, though, as not being suited for you, right? Because you're more intelligent than the average Joe. What these two cards is basically saying is, if you happen to be more advanced than the person that you hang out with, cool, right? You know, if they're not really trying to step their game up as well, if they're not really trying to do better for themselves, then just leave them where they are, because they're an idiot anyway. You know what I mean? You know, so so essentially let them be where it is that they are. And then now you have the Two of Wands and the Magician, right? Not only that, but they're also going to be reaction seeking. Look to get your attention, get on your nerves, right? To get you upset. They're reaction seeking, trying to get you to be upset and then turn around and be like, oh, well, you care too much about me. All that other type of stuff. So if they just turn out to be idiots, they don't have the mind for it, they're not trying to build the mind for it, leave them alone. Do yourself a favor and leave them alone. The Magician, you have bigger fish to fry. You have other things that you got to do. You have your own life to live. The Magician is an individual that, like I said, when it comes to the controlling your own destiny thing, the Magician is a person that knows how to control their own destiny by manifesting the things that they want, making the things that they want to come true, basically, right? Like magic, yeah, that's an amazing thing, like magic. So the thing is that for you Scorpios, if you know you want a relationship, don't waste so much of your time speaking to a person that is getting you on your nerves, trying to get you on your nerves, trying to essentially, you know, get you mad, reaction seek constantly. Stay away from them. Stay away from them, right? Leave them alone. You have your own life to live just like they do. And then you have the Two of Cups, okay? The Two of Cups right here represents you Scorpios. Basically, this is the type of relationship that you want. However, right, you have the Two of Swords. Just because you want this type of relationship doesn't mean that you don't have to fight in order to get it, or there won't be any kind of difficulties in order to get it. What I mean by that is there's going to be other people in the way that's trying to date this person as well, right? That essentially, I ain't gonna say that you're competing against, because that's not true, but I mean, in a way that you are, but not really like that. It's much more so that you have to show this person, right, why it is that you are the obvious choice. Yeah, they may be talking to other people, but you're the obvious choice. And then the thing is that then you have the world card. You have to show people something. You see, this is the thing, goes right back to the magician. You Scorpios have bigger fish to fry. And what I mean by that is you have to show people that you are looking to date, that your mind is a lot more advanced, a lot more open, and is on a different time frame. In other words, you have to show them something that they're not essentially normally accustomed to. If a person is husband or wifey material, then they're going to step to you correctly, and they're going to walk into this correctly, right? They're going to answer the challenge of you expecting them and pushing them to be better. If they want to be on some nonsense and they're on some hyena stuff, they're going to come up with excuses. They're going to dub you. They're going to be combative. But what they're really doing is they fumbled a decent person in you Scorpios. So let them fumble. If they're going to fumble, let them do it. Don't get in the way of it. Let them fumble. Let's clarify the world card. The High Priestess, Hierophant, ooh, Judgment, Chariot, Eight of Cups. 4 major arcana back to back, son. So to clarify the world, the High Priestess and the Hierophant, again, it's saying not to get overly confident in the fact that, yes, you Scorpios have things going for yourself that is better than the average person. Don't look down on a person. Don't ever look down on a person just because you're advanced and you're more advanced than they are. If the person is a very decent person, they're a wifey or husband type, help raise them up. They are willing to actually do the work. They're doing the work. Help raise them up. Don't think that you're ever too good to be untouchable. Be charitable. Yes, I know it may be difficult, Scorpio, sometimes, because what's happening here, let me make it more clear, right? Because what's happening here for you Scorpios is that a lot of you are coming to terms with the fact that you're more advanced than the majority of the people that you're meeting. And you haven't really found the person that is really on point with you as of yet. You've met a couple of people that you could have had some sort of interaction with, could have been in love with, but it was brief. Either that or you were trying to get to know them. They messed it up. You may have messed it up. Right? Thinking that because you've met so many people like this, you thinking that this person was going to be like this too. So you learn from your mistakes, Scorpios. You bounce back, and you're not doing that no matter who it is. Just on standard, you're not going to move like this. You're not going to move dysfunctionally like a hyena anymore. But you haven't been doing that for a while, though, is the point that I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to say here is you're just now coming to grips that maybe you Scorpios are more advanced, like I said, than the majority of the people that you meet. But what I'm also trying to say is that just because you're advanced, right, meaning that you're a lot more wise, aware of your surroundings, you got your head on a swivel, you are really more aware of what's actually happening, really, truth be told, around you. Just because that you are that doesn't necessarily mean that you're perfect, that you're untouchable, right? Because even though you are the obvious choice, or you are a choice, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are the obvious choice. And what I mean by that is, like, when you can get to a place in a space where you interact with somebody and, like, you know what I'm saying, like what you Scorpios are willing to actually show the person entices them. Because what you Scorpios are offering is an open mind, right? But the problem with you Scorpios is that we're living in a world where people don't want open minds. But the good part about all of that is that's actually starting to kind of like wane out. Not kind of, it is waning out. That's waning out to where if you don't want to read books, if you not on some trying to investigate, if you not really trying to like gain information and stuff like that, if you don't really take that type of stuff seriously, you're going to kind of get laughed out of the building. You're not really going to be taken seriously. And so now, right, the High Priestess, like I said, represents be careful of that, because you don't want to continue to make the same mistakes. You have the Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups, like I was talking about. Yes, people are going to give you a hard time and they're going to be combative. But when they are combative, it means that that person wasn't on par with you. Because like I said before, sometimes you just too good, as I've been saying, right? For instance, you know how many couple of people that I would like get to know, and I'm trying to open up their mind. Like, I don't know which zodiac sign I talked about this for, but I tried to open up their mind, and like I'm trying to find out about their history, and they think that they come from, you know, Africa and stuff like this, right? That's where their ancestors is. And then when I ask them a couple of questions, they're unwilling to make the connections together, right? Connect the dots. And I'm like, okay, because there was a point in time where I didn't know it either. So I'm gonna cut them some slack there, right? And then when I basically show them, like, look, you don't come from this kind of line. You don't come from this kind of lineage. Your family always came from a line of nobles. Instead of them rise up and go, yes, woo, thank you. Why? Because it means that I don't come from a line where they put me on a boat and shipped me here. I came from a line of great noble people that civilized the world and had real etiquette, stuff like this. Instead of them, you know, they so caught up in the narrative. You can't build something with somebody like that. They too caught up in the narrative. Same thing when it comes to you Scorpios. If they caught up in the narrative, don't waste your time on them. Right? Two of Wands. Don't waste, like I've been saying, don't waste your time on them. They may get you upset, but don't waste exorbitant amounts of time on them, years and everything. Nah. Because you have other things that you should be preoccupied about, like trying to find someone that is on your speed. So that's what it is that I meant by that. A lot of you Scorpios are moving up in the world. And like I said, not everybody's going to be able to go. Some people naturally are not going to be able to go. But that's it, though. Sorry, that was me shaking the table, but that's pretty much it, though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. You know, I hope you Scorpios really like this video, yo, for real. This is kind of your breakout story. That's it. Peace.